In the show tonight, the Pirates are back. Honor Wilson reports on a group of people in Birmingham who intend to hoist the skull and crossbones over Britain's first pirate TV.
In the last year, more and more pirate radio stations have been breaking into the airwaves, all locally based and mostly in big cities. Now a group of people in the Midlands say they're going to go one step further and put Britain's first local pirate television station on the air. Although very different in their intentions, they will inevitably remind a lot of people of the pop pirates in the 60s.
City Poppers and Finger Poppers, we're going to do the thing right here with the Emperor Roscoe on Caroline South. Emperor Roscoe da Gama, first American discoverer, right? Destroyer.
The Marine Offences Act put an end to the pirates on the seas and led to the creation of Radio 1. But the people who want to start Britain's first illegal television station are based firmly on dry land. Because pirate broadcasting is illegal, the pirates have to protect themselves with secrecy. So we don't know their surnames, and they refuse to give us their address. We agreed to meet at Spaghetti Junction in Birmingham and go from there to their base in the back of a van.
We need secrecy in the project for obvious security reasons. If we are caught, if the authorities know who we are, then we will be subject to heavy fines and we could have the equipment confiscated. Being the first pirate TV station in the country, we're obviously going to attract, we would imagine, a fair amount of media attention. So therefore, the authorities will be alerted to what we are doing. We've been involved in pirate radio for some time now, and in fact there's 2 or 3 regular stations on the air in Birmingham, and most of them have suffered raids at the hands of British Telecom over the past 12 months, so we would expect trouble.
With its high-rise flats, Birmingham is an ideal base for pirate broadcasters. Using portable transmitters, they can beam their output from the top of skyscrapers to small patches of the city. They claim they've already done it.
By the modern miracle of blind chance, you're now watching a test transmission from the independent station, Second City Vision.
Yes, indeed. This is one of a series of test transmissions that we'll be making over the next couple of months. Pretty soon we'll be broadcasting on a regular basis, and programmes will include video movies, comedy, coverage of local bands and an alternative view of current affairs. So, let's have a quick look at the...
That was a cassette of a test transmission they say broke into ITV's wavelength and was picked up on television screens in a block of flats a quarter of a mile away. Now the pirates need one more piece of equipment before they can start broadcasting on a regular basis.
We feel that the stations that are broadcasting at the moment, although some of them have sort of local shows or so-called local shows, they can't really afford to produce programmes that really are for a small local audience. What we can do is to provide very local coverage, even as local as down to sort of a local housing estate, you know, broadcasting film shows or whatever for, 200, 250 people.
The programmes will start off being quite simple productions, probably showing rock videos, full-length feature films, material which isn't available elsewhere, which people haven't had an opportunity to see.
We've got 4 channels at the minute, and when cable comes in we're going to have another 24. Why not wait for cable television and provide that specialist viewing legally?
Sure, well, we're not really interested too much in sort of tendering for a legal franchise and becoming a sort of legal mainstream station. It's not as simple as
Why
saying...
not?
We just know what we want and what we feel there is a need for is very localised television.
OK, hi, well, as you saw, a few cuts of the things to come here on Second City Vision. For those of you who hadn't noticed, I'm in fact wearing dark glasses to conceal my identity, as the entire station and the project is illegal. Very silly in our opinion. Anyway, why are we doing it? Well, the simple answer
Pirates
to that
plan to use
is
present
that,
television frequencies after close down on Fridays and Saturdays. If they get caught in the act by British Telecom investigators, they can be fined £400 or face 3 months in prison. In April, the fine goes up to £1,000.
I don't personally have the qualifications required to obtain employment in, with a legal television station. However, that doesn't follow that I am incapable of producing or directing or technically transmitting.
Of course
very
not, but do you have the right to burst in on something already transmitted?
Are we talking about moral right or legal right? On the legal question, obviously no, of course we've got no right whatsoever, and we're criminals.
Nonetheless, British Telecom still rule the Birmingham skyline and airwaves. The pirates say they want to show that large organisations with big budgets aren't the only ones that should have the right to broadcast. They're prepared to break the law to make that point.
Yeah, we've checked with the IBA and British Telecom, and they've no record of anyone complaining about their viewing being interrupted by pirate transmissions in the Birmingham area. But clearly those potential pirates must think that there's something wrong with the sort of programmes which you can see via the 4 existing channels. I wonder if you agree. What do you think's missing from British television, and should there be more opportunity for people to make programmes of their own? You can ring in and let us